I'm back streaming in my cupboard under the stairs, like Harry Potter over here, Aunt Petunia and Uncle Vernon downstairs. I was rescued from the hostage situation, Liam Neeson sorted me out, and we're back doing what we love, looking at titled Tuesday games, Alireza Firouzja with white, destroying Magnus Carlsen, starting with e4, best by test as Bobby Fischer would say. This is online chess. Blitz, it's exciting, we love it. It was 23rd of April, the early tournament. What does Magnus do? Drum roll, knight c6. More opening nonsense. The Nimzowitch defense it's called. Alireza goes knight f3. By not going d4, occupying the center, we're now in the Nimzowitch defense declined variation. Intriguing stuff. d6 from Magnus. This is the Williams variation. Which Williams? I don't know. John Williams? My kids love his music. Can't beat the dinosaur stuff. d4 now played. Alireza takes the space. Knight f6. The two knights tangoing, and now Alireza sets a cunning trap with pawn to c3. Why can you not take that free pawn? Well, it's a variation on a theme. If this wasn't here and this wasn't here, then queen a4 check comes and you pick up the knight. So d5 sets up the tactic. Move the knight where you will, then the tactic comes. Or you take first, then land the tactic, right? So the pawn immune. Magnus, of course, sees it, very astute, world number one and blitz and rapid champion. So Alireza goes bishop d3. Magnus now not capturing, unleashing the knight on b1. He goes bishop g4. Logical positional chess, threatening the knight, therefore pressuring the center here, and bishop e3 no good, as I'm highlighting, or d5 comes. So Alireza finally pushes on. He was goaded into it. Magnus backpedaling, but his plan now very clear. Headed for the c5, not outpost. I was about to say outpost, but it's not, because b4 can kick it away, and he'll fianchetto the dark squared bishop soon. So how to fight against it as white? Well, c4 played by Alireza. He wants to sit the knight on c3, he gains space, makes this bishop ugly, but it's worth it for his overall plan of pushing pawns. Knight b to d7, knight c3, g6, h3, obviously the bishop captures, queen recaptures because Alireza's not an idiot, and now h5 on the board. Nice positional chess, looks weird, but we'll see the plan. Castles, and now you could go bishop g7, castles, king h7, bishop h6. Slow play, swap these bishops here, because this is the bad bishop for black. On f8, stuck behind its own pawn chain. But Magnus goes bishop h6 in one move, even ruining the castling rights just to get rid of that horrible bishop. But we're 12 moves in, and it's a horrible opening for Magnus. He's in hot water, right? I said it the other day, I'll say it again now. If you want to avoid these opening troubles, check out this absolutely phenomenal app called Chessbook. This is what it can do. This is Chessbook, your one-stop shop for building a custom opening repertoire. And what is so good about it is when you land, click on settings up here, well, you can enter your own rating. It gives you a range. It's based on the platform you play on or your over the board rating. And then from there, when you come back and start building your repertoire, say I want to look at the white pieces here. I've already entered some stuff so I can practice or go to gaps. But if I wanted to add something new, then bang, it brings up the board here. Say I want to look at e4 today. Well, it shows me all the moves my opponent might play. You start building out, and it doesn't just give you moves. If you click how to play from here, it gives you the ideas of the position. Critical. And then the best part is, because this connects to chess.com, Lichess, wherever you play, then when you come back in, having played some online games, you can go to correct your opening mistakes, and it will show you where you did something wrong under pressure, and now you can fix and learn. Give it a whirl. The link is in the description below. Go to chessbook.com. It's free to start using. Don't even need to make an account. You get 100 moves to enter in and practice, and if you love it so much you want to carry on, it's just $4 a month, a cup of coffee, right? Link below, do check it out. It's genuinely very, very good. So queen e3 now played, rook hit, it drops back, Magnus not a patzer, and now you could go for this plan with a queenside expansion immediately. I actually prefer that idea with the time of day to study the position, but Alireza goes f4, also very natural, but Magnus's knight now hops, and this truly is an outpost on e5. Can't be kicked away. You'd love if black traded that knight for the bishop on d3, but of course Magnus not going to do that in a hurry. So rook a f1 from Alireza, the knight hit on f6, drops back to d7, Alireza goes bishop e2, not that taking was a big threat, and now a6, a5 looking natural to secure c5, but you have to keep an eye on white's plans too, of hopping to b5. Now b4, setting up the old bayonet pawn formation. Queen e7 played, queen d4, x-ray attacking the rook, so it moves, and out of nowhere it creates a nasty attacking idea, but Alireza's alert to it. He drops the rook back. Now if Magnus goes g5, he can take this pawn here. If he didn't do that, g5, g4 comes in a hurry, black starts attacking. So king f8 from Magnus, arguably d8 better. This stands in the line of the cannons, dangerous. Knight d1 from Alireza, and now the position changes. And I'm curious to know, what if Magnus just waited? b6, something like that. Well, there's these amazing lines here, where if black just simply waits, watch how white improves the bad bishop. You can bounce round, look at this, eliminate a knight. Wonderful positional chess. I've been reading a book, by the way, How to Reassess Your Chess. I am Jeremy Silman. That's why I'm going in on the positional stuff today. Love that book. So many ideas in there. So these are some of the things that white can do if black sits there. So Magnus goes for a change of position, but now a3, obviously you don't allow black access to this square, that's why a3, and Alireza, after this, Magnus just waiting, devoid of much of a plan, goes knight to c3 now, switching back, taking advantage of that newly weakened square. So rook e8, Magnus eyeballs e4, because the knight from c3 is about to hop. We get knight b5, c6 played, and it's hotting up. It's not good for black. There's problems with the king. Knight d4 very strong, but Alireza hops forward, hits the rook, it moves, and now this is a great tactic. It jumps into this tender e6 square. You can't take, of course. The pawn is pinned. The king's in check. It sidesteps, and you can immediately take here. Great move. You take me, I take your knight. White doing well, c5 then coming, stuff is collapsing. But knight d4 played, also good, but not as good, because it allows c5. Alireza takes, it allows knight takes on c5. Magnus now has two outposts for those knights, sandwiched in between the old camel toe pawn formation. He's fighting back. Rook f4 from Alireza, king f8 now played, knight b5, rook d8, Magnus just waiting, but where's the breakthrough? How can Alireza achieve it? He starts probing, looking at this pawn here, b6 from Magnus, queen e3, good move, and this is the challenge when you've got less space and you're under pressure. King g7, blunders start to appear. There's a tactic here. Can you find the move to white, for white, wins a pawn, or you checkmate the king? So the move to play is bishop takes on h5. Lovely stuff. Pawn recaptures, bang, out of nowhere, checkmate. So you couldn't take that one, white's a clean pawn up. So coming back, Alireza just drops the rook. Didn't want to give it up for queen for two rooks there. Now we get rook e8 played, knight d4 back, king h7. Again you can take on h5. This one less obvious though. You give a whole piece just to lift the rook into f5. Very dangerous attack. But Alireza goes knight c6, and amazingly Magnus really blunders here. Queen f8, a much stronger move, just holding the position. But this one played, pawn recaptures, and suddenly suddenly the white pieces are invading. Bang! Alireza smashes through, wins the queen for a pawn, queen and pawn for 2 rooks, and then queen d4. The queen's superior to the rooks here, with the black king exposed. Now Magnus could take on e4 here with his rook. Best move, but he doesn't. He plays rook c7. This one drops, then he doubles the rooks, but Alireza now in the driving seat. Look at e5, that light squared bishop finally liberated. We get rook takes on c6, excuse me, tickly throat. The queen checks from there, king h6 now played, and g4 screaming to be played. Open lines to the king. It's the order of the day. But Alireza plays h4. Just a strange move for a player of his caliber. Obviously it sets up the check, but it's not ripping open lines. Magnus drives the queen. The check is played, but he's fighting back here. Bishop f3 to stop some knight e4 stuff. Rook ec8 played. Bishop d5, but the pawn drops. It's game on once again. Queen f6 played, rook f5 hits the queen, the pawn drops, and now knight d7, the best defensive move. Swinging to f6, where then everything is defended. Very nice, but also really difficult to see. A backwards defensive knight move. Instead, rook c8 played, and it's so bad. It's amazing how bad it is, because after queen d6, you're threatening to now invade. We see king h6, queen invades on e7, and black's in a kind of zugzwang. You know, find a move here, right? The rook can't go anywhere, or the knight drops. If this one drops back, let's say, supports the other one, well then you've got these kind of creeping moves. This on the way, and this. And how do you defend against it? This is tied down, the rook's tied down, everything like that. So you just get mated or lose material. So Magnus moves this knight to d3, but this also loses on the spot. Alireza lands the check. The knight's literally dropping off the board if you move your king. So Magnus therefore blocks, but it runs into g3. The horsey's dropping right. Then it's just completely overwhelming advantage. So Magnus lost on time here, but would have resigned anyway. Crushing game by Alireza Firouzja. And the title of this video is close to my heart, because one of the first videos I ever did that did well on this YouTube channel was called this exact title. I'm linking it on screen now. Always awkward watching back your old ones, right? Because you change a lot as you do videos. But if you want to check it out, not be too harsh, right? I was doing my best. Then it's on screen now, and I hope you enjoy the game. Thanks for watching, and see you soon.